Hello, today we want to talk about NUX Bumblebee all new pedalboard. So in 2019 we will announce two pedalboard size. The big one is NPB-L and the medium one is NPB-M. So that is the instrument bag, and let's check it out what's inside. So for this one, you can see the pedal ball, put it inside. And for the front bag, we could even put a 15-inch MacBook Pro. So that's quite convenient for some session musicians if you also play with the sequencer and something else. So here is the medium one. So let's check what's inside. Okay, so here you can see the all new NUX Bumblebee pedalboard. So let's talk about the design. Firstly, you can see the pedalboard. We designed it as two layers. So you could adjust the check in the first layer and the second layer. So you could figure out the pedal size and the pedal location and check what you want to put. So for example, this is a very standard location. So we just put the regular size pedal in two layers, and we could put the power supply between the two layers. So that is a kind of efficient way. And what we use is not the traditional Velcro. We use the 3M dual lock. So for each bag, we will offer you like 1 meter for the 3M dual lock, so it's quite useful. And you can see how strong it is. And one thing more, maybe you will be curious about how to arrange all the wires and the cables. So for example, for every check, we have this additional part. You could put it onto the check, for example, like this way. So you could slide inside and do something like this. Then it will put it into the check. So how does it use? So you could see the cable while I put it onto the check. So for example, here we have the narrow one and the wide one. So for this kind of thick cable, you could do something like this. So you could go through this way. And for the thin cable like this one, you could use the narrow one. So you could go like this direction. So it's quite useful. And for more things, if you have so many cables, you could heat all the cables under the check going to this direction. And if you want to go to different direction, you could do something like this way, or do something this way, or this way. So this is a very smart design. And for all the checks, here we have the slide. So while you want to adjust the check location, you just need to lose the screw, and you could tweak the location very easily. So you don't need to lose all the screws. So this is something very useful. So why do we design the shape like this? Because according to the shape, while you want to plug your cables, it's quite easily. You could go something like this, and even for the input, you could do something like this. So you won't feel confused about the cable. And even for the top side, okay, there's no anything will block you. So it's quite easily. And even for the power supply, so you could connect your power condition quite easily in this way. So I think this is a quite smart design. And for some power supply, if you use something like this, you could switch the AC power like 220 or 110. So this is a very tweakable way for your power supply. So if you are a working musician or a session player, we understand your point. So for the Bumblebee pedalboard, we could put it into the 21-inch trolley hand carry. So you could also do hand check-in. So let's do it.